Hello everyone, my name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music for the first time. And today is a long-awaited return of a game called Library of Ruina. These are, well, this one's from the channel Millie, and the other one is from a channel, actually no, they are both from the channel Millie. We're going to be starting off with a song called From a Place of wow. From a Place of Love, and it is the Love Town battle theme. And then is Heard No More as the second song. These are both requested by Kai over on Patreon, and one by Thick Buddha on my Platinum member random draw. They have their own random draw. Okay, so, one question before I get into this. Is the whole soundtrack of Library of Ruina Millie, or just most, or maybe they're big ones? Because I feel like everything I've heard... No, actually no. Never mind, because I've heard some like pretty heavy metal stuff too, and I don't think that's them. So let me know how much involvement Millie actually had in Library of Ruina. Either way, I love the soundtrack of Library of Ruina. It's pretty wild and all over the place. Let us begin with From a Place of Love. Library of Ruina.
Yes, I have been so afraid. Yes, I have been so distant, consistent, indifferent.
Dark image.
It's hard to put that in an amicable sentence. I'm sorry, actually, not really. There's stress, so much work to be done. Committing to commitment.
I should kind of get the feeling it's like one of the children singing. It sounds kind of
the freedom we sacrifice for
like a young voice. I love.
You gave me loyal patience and sustainably listen. It's hard to describe what I'm feeling at the moment. Are you?
It sounds very dream state.
With me, it's just so much fun, too much fun. Oh come on, how could you say no to the fast and furious one? But the excitement.
With the double vocals, it really does feel like it's like these two singing. Let me know if that's this one here.
I enjoyed it all, still I have my doubts. You're a nice girl, I'm just not ready.
This is like really creepy and wholesome at the same time.
Mommy said it ain't film, we best get over it. Healthen up, just like the man we expected. So when are you gonna?
There's a paddle thing, by the way. Damn.
Let us be one, be our one.
Actually, this is really creepy, and that's it. Doesn't sound awesome anymore. Like, imagine hearing this, like, in the dark. You just hear these high voices singing about love. This is odd. I'm seeing the lyrics here. What?
But the drink I prefer is water. Now that it's over, wish we never listen to the mix of powers and that it didn't happen.
Sounds like an alarm clock in the background.
Forget.
The whole thing sounds like a lullaby. Like,
I love you, I love you, I love you, love, love.
what? There you go. There's all the credits. Okay. All right, Project Moon. Man, for as quick as that was, that got me thinking of a lot of things. Library of Ruina is one of those games that appears here every so often and always gives me a feeling every time, which is, what? I've heard, I think, just about maybe over like 10 genres in this game. And that's why I caught myself earlier. I'm like, is it all Millie? But then I remember there was like some kind of like heavy metal stuff and other stuff that just doesn't have vocals at all. But there is a lot of Millie. So I don't know what their involvement was, if they just, it was like a favor of the developers, if they, I don't know how they get involved or something, but they apparently seem to be like a pretty popular group, I think, right? This has 6 million views on it, by the way, or 5.7, and the other one has 1.7. So this one is so weird. I really couldn't get the image out of my head, primarily because I see it on screen, but it really felt like it was these two singing to each other. And although the title says battle theme, it sounded more like, well, it didn't sound like it, but it felt more like, is this like a boss battle theme? Or is it like a normal battle thing? Because I could totally see these two being like a boss together or something. This is so like creepy to me. One has dead eyes with hearts in it. Both of their hearts are bleeding. There's hearts everywhere. They're on a big giant swan. There's a little love letter on the... Well, you can't see it off camera, but there's like a little love letter down there. The balloons. The whole thing to me sounded like what you would sing to a baby, right? Like a lullaby. But in like a really twisted dimension, demented fashion. And combine that with Cassie's voice, which already sounds kind of like sinister, and I mean that in a good way. Like she can pull that off with that like breathy tone. The whole thing was really uncomfortable. It sounded borderline horror, even though looking at it like far away, without paying too much attention, without noticing like the blood, it looks kind of wholesome and nice. That's kind of what I was thinking. It's called Love Town. From a place of love, you know, so I was like, okay, but it seems to be more satirical. That all that aside, I really like Millie's sound. Like, I haven't heard much of that style of genre, and they seem to do it pretty well. I don't even know how to describe it. I think I've asked it before, but I don't remember. Like, what would you classify that genre as? And what other artists are there that sound like that? I think Cassie has a super unique voice, and I really actually wonder what she sounds like. How do I put this? Like actually singing, like with more breath. Because I think most things I've heard have been like this kind of calm ASMR style, like deep whisper, which is fine. I'm just curious, like what her voice could sound like in any other fashion. The lyrics are pretty. I wasn't paying too much attention, but they definitely sounded dark. It's hard to describe what I'm feeling at the moment. Here, let me just read this really quick. Are you, I mean, you're in love with me. It's just so much fun. Too much fun. Oh, come on. How could you say no? Don't say no. To the fast and furious swan boat. Flamingo. The excitement we mistake for love. L-O-V-E, L-O-V-E. Like, what? It sounds so twisted. That's really all I can really think of, and this is a battle theme. Mind you, I've all my information of the legend, the Legend of Ruina, the Library of Ruina, has been through comments here and there, and sometimes I remember some stuff, sometimes I don't. I know there's floors involved, and that's about it. I can't really remember much beyond that. Do I have anything else to say about this? I mean, it was good. I don't know if I said that already, but I don't dislike any music from the Library of Ruina, nor do I think it's weird. I like weird. I'm just trying to understand what's going on. It's a little freaky. It's a little freaky. I could have this be like its own category one day, and maybe my vibe series of like actual creepy style sounding music. There's not a whole lot you hear, maybe. It's not a common thing you hear in video games, but to me that's creepy. I don't know if it's supposed to be creepy, but it sounds creepy. I could totally hear that in a horror movie when you least expect it. I don't know. I don't have a lot to say about this one, but it just made me feel kind of, you know. The next one is And Then Is Heard No More. Now this one, mind you, I have no idea if these songs are connected. They're probably not. It's just from the same game. I see this and immediately think of Alice in Wonderland. I don't know if that's the truth. There's blood again. I just noticed the blood all over it. Man, has there just been blood all over and I never noticed? Well, there's blood all over these books. It says to kill a living book. I have no context for this song. It just says, and then is heard no more. I don't know if it's a battle. I don't know if it's a character. I don't know if it's anything. It's just the name of the song. I would have to assume it's related to this character or these books back here. Oh wait, no. The whole game is about books. I don't know, dude. I see a wind-up toy next to her. Is there anything else I'm forgetting? I don't know. Okay. To kill a living book. Wait, hold on. Wait, what? I'm looking at the description. It says, and then is heard no more. And then right under that, to kill a living book. And then crossed out, it says, for Library of Ruina. What? By the way, the composer is Yamato Kasai. I didn't know that. I just thought it was Millie. There's a lot I don't know. This one is, and then is heard no more. Another ominous, vague title. Let's go.
Do the candles look forward to being used? Enjoy the day, I do, I do. Every word I have saved for you came out wrong. Afterwards, so I spoke no more. Would you say that someone who had every intention to be brave was a coward? Must be great being you, power comes as second nature. Must feel amazing.
That's
to
good.
be longed for. I opened segmented excuses to my lash line, so I could see no more.
See no more? Ooh. This sounds fantastic.
So which home should someone as weak as I go? Which sky should I have?
Whoa, dude.
I've only been
This has really strong Simon and Garfunkel vibes.
night, your ghosts continue to haunt me. Tell me who to be. If I went with you, would there be happily ever afters? Sipping on tea, I see together.
It's cool hearing Cassie in two different.
Read me, read
vocal ranges.
me a book of me. So I
It's almost close to her regular voice, I'd imagine. The harmonies are amazing. I don't know how to explain this besides I just really, really like that song. It wasn't the most over-the-top thing. It wasn't full of movements. It wasn't full of, you know what I mean? Like, if I'm gravitating towards it, I'm gravitating towards it. And that one, like, had me right away. I loved the way it felt. Felt, not heard or anything. I mean, yeah, of course, but it felt very intimate. Her voice is already seems like she's like right here, like speaking to you, like right behind you. But then hearing like the double vocals, it sounds like two people right here. But also, I don't know if you guys noticed, I'm sure you did, maybe not, I don't know, but like the song was kind of immersive. Whenever there was just piano and no vocal, you could hear like a creaking of a chair, which sounds like they were in this exact room right here, like the chair she's sitting on. You can hear the like, just like the intimate sounds of like recording. When you guys hear most recordings in the world, all that stuff is cut out. All the little like, all that's all cut out. You don't want to hear that, especially in like acoustic guitars. You don't want to hear like someone breathing or whatever the case may be. You want to just hear like perfection in notes, and that's fine. But this seemed like almost barely any editing. The only editing was maybe some reverb on the vocals, but like it just felt very like you're right there. It was like a little tiny concert, and just I don't know. The chair really added to that. But on top of that, I just really liked the piano. The harmonies, it sounded like something Simon and Garfunkel would do. If you ever heard their music, they had two folk musicians that sounded kind of similar. So when they sang together, it sounded like angels speaking. And it was kind of the same thing here, right? It wasn't just her doubled up again. It was her in a different, like almost speaking voice, but together her harmonizing with herself sounded really, really nice. And I want to reiterate earlier when I said that I wonder what she sounds like singing. I don't mean that in a bad way, like she can't do it. I think it's actually just as impressive, if not more impressive, to have a singing sound with that much energy, which is low. I feel like you have to try maybe even harder to have a melodic voice at a lower energy and lower volume. So I can't even imagine what it's like, if it was to have more projection on it. Kind of the same thing with the sort of creepy, but not nearly as much. This one sounded just kind of nice. I don't know. I just really like this one. I don't know what it is. I do love the piano, so I'm kind of biased, but I mean, I've always been a fan of like live music and live recordings and stuff, so this just kind of felt like I was there. It really did. It had a very live feeling to it. I could totally imagine, I don't know if that's supposed to be her singing or anything, but I could totally imagine like this almost exact same setting and like two microphones and piano, and that's it. There's nothing else going on. Some cameras recording. I want to say that's one of the more unique songs in Library of Ruina. I could be wrong about that, but I don't think I've heard much just solo piano. There's nothing else. Which, honestly, some of my favorite songs are like that, so... yeah. It's kind of funny that these two songs went together. Again, that's never really planned. It's just I group songs together based on... If someone has... I mean, there's many... I don't want to get into it, but like if someone suggests for two songs to go together, I might do it. Or if it's like a platinum member request, I might do it. But typically, in this particular case, long story short, I have a little separate random draw wheel for past and current platinum members, and a past member one, and they wanted to hear From a Place of Love. So then all I do is search for Library of Ruina to go along with it, and then I just choose the song that's been waiting the longest to go alongside with it, which was this one. So I never know if they're connected, if they're related, same character or anything. Probably not. Which I kind of like, though. I kind of like that mostly, more than... I mean, I know it sounds kind of odd, but I kind of like when it's two totally different songs, because you can hear more of the game and different aspects of it instead of just, something back to back. I don't know if that makes any sense. You can hear more of it. So in this case, I heard something that was creepy and really uncomfortable to something that was really nice and comfortable. Yeah. Let me know when this plays. This is a floor theme or boss. I don't know. Millie's great. Cassie's is great. Still don't know how the quality of the game is. I think I hear more about when people comment on these videos. They talk mostly about the music and not really the game itself. Some do, but the game doesn't get talked about too often. Maybe that's why I don't remember it either, because I don't get a lot of comments referring to the game. Anyways, thank you, Kaiv, for the request, and Thick Buddha. Cool. That was one of my favorite songs from Library of Ruina, and anything Project Moon I've done. That was really, really good. I like stuff like that. Also, I really like Simon and Garfunkel, so anything that can remind me of that was awesome. Thank you to Thick Buddha as well. Thank you to my Patreon members. Thanks to you for watching. My name is Jesse. I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.